I don't know how it just went into this, but cool. Awesome. I'm live on I think on YouTube. Yeah, on YouTube and Facebook. I'm live right now. Cool. Awesome. Put up our QR code. Let's get our chat up. There we go. All right. What's up, guys? So I'm a couple minutes late because my computer decided to crap out on me while I was trying to go live. So we're here. We made it. I had all of my tabs open and ready to go for this preview, but now they're all closed. So just give me a second. I'll get everything reopened here. Hopefully my computer doesn't die on me again. That was fun times. What's up? Say hi when you get on. Welcome, welcome. Can y'all see the chat overlay? Because I can't. I don't know what's going on with my computer right now. I'm trying to fix the light. There, we fixed the light. There's the light. What's up? What's up? Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to get my tabs back up so that we have everything to preview tonight. I think we're going to be good to go. It's just a couple of minutes behind here because, yeah, I got my tabs up. Look at that. Everything's coming back. Fantastic. My Lanta, you guys. I'm restoring everything. How's everybody's day today? I think we are good to go now. Everything's up. Everything's up. Welcome, you guys. Welcome. I'm just giving my computer a second to catch up here. Literally, right as I was about to go on live, the whole thing just stopped working. The whole thing just stopped working. So, okay. I think we're good now. I think we're good. All right. Welcome back to our daily live feed, you guys. It was a little bit of a rough start, but we're here. We made it. We made it. Okay. So let's talk. First things first. Cuties Conquering the Stage tickets. We got our QR code right here. If you have not gotten your ticket yet, you need to. The early bird tickets are going very fast. We always say this every year. They always sell out. So if you are considering it at all, get on it now. CCTS shopping has officially started. And if you have got your ticket already, jump into the Facebook group because all the ladies are already talking about all the outfits they're going to buy and all that kind of stuff. So get yourself in there. Get moving on the shopping, right? The link for that is also in the description here on YouTube. So you'll be able to click on that link. And that brings me to my next topic. So today, I shot our first podcast with Jordan. So it will be ready to go tomorrow. So you guys can log on and watch that. So I will not be going live tomorrow. We talked about this last night. So I'm taking my live feeds down to once a week. Okay. And then the other nights of the week, we're going to have uploads. So the first upload that we're doing is tomorrow. And that will be with Jordan. And that is our Behind the Bikini episode, first episode. So it is done. It's ready to go. It's going to launch tomorrow. So be ready for that. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure that you've done that and you've turned on notifications so that you know when it goes live. When it does, watch it, comment. Let us know what you like. Let us know your feedback. Let us know more stuff that you would like to see, other questions that you have of us, all of those kinds of things. Well, Dad, you can't go. You're a boy. Sorry. Only girls are allowed at Cuties Conquering the Stage. Only girls are allowed. So watch the podcast tomorrow. Let us know what you think about the whole thing. I think it was actually pretty good for our first one. I think we did pretty decent. So yeah, fun times there. Friday, I head up to Pittsburgh for North Americans and Masters World. So we'll have lots of coverage from there. We're going to include that starting next week. Like I said, next week I'll be going live on Tuesdays only. We're going to do wrap-ups of shows on Tuesdays. And then I will do uploads the other 2 nights of the week. So we're still going to have 3 uploads a week. They are just going to be different. Okay. So with that, let's go ahead and talk about our previews for this weekend. We have 2 shows this weekend. We have the Iron Games and we have Masters World. So I wanted to highlight both of these. The interesting part about Iron Games is this is usually a huge show, and it is not a huge show this year. It's tiny. So before we get into that, we're going to talk about Masters World real quick. I never really preview these Masters shows just because we don't have a lot of them, and we don't have people that are competing to go to the Olympia and things like that. So there's not a whole lot on the line other than the title itself. And some of these women, they only compete once a year. So, you know, we don't have a huge lineup of people that have been competing all year long that we can compare them to and things like that. But I do want to highlight a few of the ladies that I have worked with personally that are going to be competing this coming weekend. So that we can kind of get an idea. Now, the cool thing about Masters World is that it is right after North Americans, the day after. It's on Sunday. So if you win your pro card in Masters the day before, you can go and you can enter Masters Worlds the following day. So I think that's pretty cool. What they've done in the past is this show has actually been linked to Masters Nationals in the past. So the last 2 years, I've had girls that have competed in Masters Worlds after winning their pro card the day before. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of cool. So we don't necessarily know the full lineup yet until after North Americans is over. So with that, I do have a few girls that are doing North Americans, but let me see if I can pull these windows up. Hopefully they'll work for me. I think they're going to. There we go. Okay, so here's Masters World. The lists out on ifeedpro.com. Obviously, they've got every division here, plus they've got several age divisions as well. So it's a deep, deep, deep list, right? I have a few people competing that I've been working with. Let's get to figure. One of those being in figure over 40, which is Catherine Morrissey. I've known Catherine for a very long time. Actually, I did her makeup when she won her pro card. We competed under the same team for a little while, that kind of thing. And now I've been working with her on her posing. I believe this is her. Yep. So this is Catherine right here. She has not competed since 2019. That was the last time she competed. She looks way different now, a lot better. And if I do say so myself, I think her posing is 1,000 times better. So I'm excited to see what she looks like on stage this coming weekend, because again, her physique overall is a lot better, and her polish and her posing is a lot better too. So I wanted to give her a big shout out here because she will be competing this weekend, and I'll be sure to get some video of her posing and everything like that too prior to, so you guys can get an idea of what she looks like. So I want to give her a shout out. And then the next one that I wanted to talk about, so we're going to go into Bikini. Look at this list of Bikini competitors, by the way, over 40. All of these ladies right here are in the over 40 division. So it's deep, you guys. A few of these girls competed at the Masters Olympia just this past weekend. So they went from Romania. They're coming to Pittsburgh. One of those being Angela, who I've worked with several times. She did just compete in the Masters Olympia. I believe this weekend she's going to, this is not my suit that she's wearing right here, but I believe this weekend she is going to be wearing one of my suits. We've worked with her on posing in the past as well. So I just wanted to give her a quick shout out. She's won a ton of shows. I know that the travel and things like that was a little bit precarious for her going to Romania, as it was for a lot of people going in and going out. There was a lot of travel issues and stuff that I heard about. So, oh, I just realized my mic isn't plugged in. Let me plug in my mic. That's better sound quality than what you've got right now. So probably got some echoing. Oh, the technology, you guys. The technology tonight has been a thing. It's been a thing. That's okay. That's why we're going to no longer doing the live feeds, right? There we go. Okay, now my mic's plugged in, so that guys. So I wanted to give Angela a shout out going into this as well. I believe she's doing the over 50 category as well. And then we're going to go into one more of our ladies that we worked with this show. And that is Karen. So Karen's coming back. She's doing the over 60. She did win the over 60 here in this particular show. She's won it a couple of times, a couple of different shows. She's won the over 60 category. So we work with Karen. We've worked with Karen for several years now. Suit posing. This is not our hair and makeup, but we'll be doing her hair and makeup this coming weekend. So be looking out for her in that 60 and over category. I think she might be doing 50 and over as well. But yeah, just wanted to give her a shout out too. So those are our ladies that we'll be working with. Oh, and Beth Brancato, I'm going to be doing her glam as well for this coming weekend. So keep a couple little shout outs there, but you can see these are actually pretty deep as far as the lineups are concerned. This is your over 50 in bikini. Look at that. That's pretty ridiculous for over 50, right? And then you got your over 60 here too. So pretty great that you can continue to do this sport when you're in your 60s, right? So next I wanted to talk about Iron Games. So this is our main show for this coming weekend. Iron Games typically is one of the biggest shows of the year. I remember this a couple of years ago when Attila won it. It was huge. It was huge. There was like 8 call outs or something. It was ridiculous. I think there was like 42 competitors or something like that year. I remember them talking about how it was like the biggest pro show they've ever had kind of thing. This year, not so much. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is one of the smallest lineups we've had all year for bikini, to be honest with you. That said, there's a couple of ladies on here already qualified for the Olympia. So this is not just a walk in and win it kind of thing for anyone here. I pulled out a few names that we should be watching. First one being Maya. And this is her. I don't know if it's going to go back because I had to restart everything. If we do her name without the Soleil in the middle, I think this is going to bring up her Nashville pictures, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So there's Maya. So Maya just competed in Nashville. As you know, we've covered her several times here on the live feed. She actually is usually on the live feed as well. So going into this show, she's definitely one to be watching. She's been so close. Top 5s, top 2s, all of that. Her feedback at Nashville was she needed to come in a little bit tighter in the waistline, that kind of thing. I think she said something about glutes too, glute fullness. I could be wrong. In my opinion, I think she just needed a little bit tighter in the waistline. I know that her issue is trying to fill out and still staying nice and tight. It's really hard to do that when you're trying to fill out and try to slam a bunch of food, that kind of thing. But she should definitely be one to watch this weekend. With her, it's just going to be a matter of time and hitting the right show. This could be potentially it for her. So we'll see. Next one that I pulled up was Jessica Dolius. So we haven't seen Jessica on stage all year. She was one that competed a lot last year, was trying to qualify on win, obviously, but she was close in qualifying on points. She was very, very close. Just didn't get pushed up and over. So after last year, she took time off, and she's coming back. She has not been on stage since, I think this was November of last year. So she's been off stage for a while. So based on what she brings back this coming weekend, she could very well win this. Again, she's one of these ones that's in the top 5 pretty much all the time. So we'll see what she has brought. She's one to be watching for sure here. This could very well be her show. We'll just have to wait and see. Next name that I pulled up was Malou. So Malou Duarte is another one who tends to be in that top call out. She's been very close to winning as well. She's taken some second places, that kind of thing. And then sometimes she completely drops out of that first call out. There's been a few shows this year where she just didn't get a look, that kind of thing.
She hasn't been on stage in a while, I believe. Let me see. Her last show was April. No, her last show was June. So she's been off stage for a little bit. And June was the Mile High. That's one of the ones where she didn't get really looked at, which was this particular show. She was 11th here, which is out of character for her. She tends to be in the top 5, or at least the first call out. I think she was just a little bit, if you look at this particular photo, she looks just a little bit blown out in the waistline, that kind of thing. So waistline really makes a big difference, you guys. I know it seems silly, but that one thing right there can make a huge difference in your overall look. She's a little soft here, and she's just a little bit distended through the waistline. So those things alone can push you into a lower call out. So we'll see what she's done since being off stage for a while. She's been off stage for a few months. It's plenty of time to get your body back to where it needs to be. Beautiful look when she's on. When she's on, she's got a beautiful, beautiful look on stage. So I'm curious to see what she looks like coming up this coming weekend. She's another one to definitely be watching for this show. Next one is Tara. So Tara is Olympia qualified. She won Atlanta. And Atlanta is one show that we did not review because it took them forever to get the photos up. So we never actually reviewed this show because we didn't have photos for it. Now, these photos look a little bit blown out as far as the lighting is concerned. One of the things that we've always talked about with Tara is the balance between having her glutes full enough and having her waistline tight enough. So if her waistline's tight, her glutes are not full enough, and vice versa. So she must have nailed it here in Atlanta. From what I can see, her waistline looks really tight here. Again, we didn't review this show, so we didn't go through the photos and videos and things like that. I'm not a huge fan of that suit color on her. I'd like to see something a little bit deeper, a little bit more pop to it. And her tan was also quite light in the last couple of shows. But again, it was enough for her to win this show. So it must have been great in person. And again, these photos do look a little blown out. So I don't want to give too much critiques on it because she could have been perfectly fine in person. So she is Olympia qualified. So obviously, definitely want to be paying attention to at this show. And the last one is Eureka. So Eureka just won Tokyo. We just talked about her yesterday. So coming into this show, she is definitely one to be paying attention to. Now, again, these shows take a ton of photos. So I have to go to, I think, even to page 5 to get a full front pose on her. If I had to pick somebody to win this show, Eureka would be it. I think that coming into this is a lot of travel, to be honest with you. It's a lot of travel going back and forth. She went, out to Japan, and then she's coming back to the States in order to do this show. But as long as her body survives the travel, I do think she will likely be your winner here. But I could be wrong. I just based on records and based on where her placings have been, based on the placings of the others. And again, we haven't seen Jessica Delias. I think it's Delias. I think it's to pronounce it. We haven't seen Jessica on stage in a long time, almost a full year. So she could be coming with a completely different package. And as always, just because I haven't named somebody, that doesn't mean they can't come out and win it. We could see somebody that we have not seen do anything yet come out and win the whole thing. Did I miss anybody here, you guys, that I should have highlighted? Anybody that I should have highlighted here, or anybody that you think is going to actually win this? Who do you think is going to win this show? Anyone? Any thoughts? If I was a betting woman, I would put my money on Eureka. But that does not mean that she's going to take it. So I think it's going to be tight. I think it's going to be tight between her, Tara, and Maya, to be honest with you. All three of them tend to have similar feedback, similar issues. So it's going to be a matter of who comes in best, I think. It's just going to be who's on that day. I'll be honest with you, though. I'm surprised at this lineup. I'm really surprised at this lineup. I thought it would be a lot deeper than this. I thought it'd be a lot more people than this. I'm curious. There's a Sasquatch Pro coming up. I think that one's going to be pretty big based on the girls I've talked to that I know are doing it. So we'll see. We'll see. This is curious to me, though. I'm curious as to why this is so small. So we'll see. All of that being said, like I said, I'm putting my money on Eureka for this one. So that was a really easy one for tonight, you guys, because we do have the North Americans weekend coming up this weekend, which is where the main focus is. At least for me, I know it is. I know for a lot of coaches, North Americans is the main focus. So that's where we're headed on Friday. I will be in Pittsburgh from Friday to Sunday. So if you are there, feel free to come say hi. As I said before, our Cuties Conquer the Stage early bird tickets opened up yesterday, and they are going fast. If you have not purchased your ticket yet, you better do it. There are payment plan options. You can scan the QR code right here in the corner. It's also in the description box on YouTube as well. As I mentioned last night, we are changing our format. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's a small roster. Absolutely. We are changing our format as to how we're doing these lives, right? I'm doing live once a week. Okay, so the live is going to be on Tuesday nights, 8:15, like we always do. And it's going to cover the wrap up of the show from that weekend prior. Okay, so that's going to be our shows. And then the uploads are going to be on Wednesday and Thursday. Right? Yes, Wednesday and Thursday. Because on Wednesday I'll do previews or any other kind of hot topics that we need to cover. And then Thursdays will be our podcast with Jordan. So our first podcast, we did shoot it today, so it's going to go up tomorrow. So be paying attention. That, our timeline on that could change as we move along and we add more elements to it. We may add some, clips and videos and editing and things like that in there. So if we do all of that, then, it'll probably take a couple more days to actually produce it. But this first one was us kind of introducing ourselves to you all and doing some Q&A type stuff and things like that. So I think you guys will enjoy it. Let me know when you watch it. Make sure that you like and you comment and you subscribe and you tell me all of the things that you'd like us to cover. That's what the podcast is for. It's not just for us to talk about ourselves. It's for us to educate you and help you get better as competitors. So Behind the Bikini, first episode will be out tomorrow. Okay. So with that, I'm going to let you all go for this evening. Thank you for dealing with my technology mishaps when I first began here. My computer decided to shut down on me before I went live. So that was fantastic timing. But we made it. We made it back. Hope you guys have had a great Wednesday. It's Wednesday, right? Yeah, it's Wednesday. I'm like, I forget what day of the week it is. A great Wednesday so far. And we'll see you back here again live on Tuesday next week. But be watching for that upload to go up tomorrow, okay? It's going to launch tomorrow, so you can watch that, pin it, save it for your cardio theater. Yeah. Also, type into the comment section. Tell me what time you like us to send these videos out. I think I'm going to release the Behind the Bikini tomorrow at 9 a.m. I think that's what I'm going to do. Does that sound like a good plan? I think 9 a.m. is a good time. People on the West Coast can use it for their morning cardio. People here over on the East Coast can do it for their afternoon cardio workouts or whatever, or save it for the following day or whatever it might be. Let me know. I think 9 a.m. is a good time. I think so. Tell me in the comments. When this video goes back up and replays, tell me in the comments what time you want us to release those videos. And we'll take it from there. All right, you guys, get your Cuties Conquer the Stage ticket, and we'll see you there in January. And until then, we'll see you this weekend in Pittsburgh. All right? Have a great night.